All right, so you clicked on the video and it is the WESCO Mr. Lou. Yes, indeed. In my opinion, the best engineer boot on the market. Hands down. And I'm gonna tell you why. Here we go. So I've long admired the WESCO Mr. Lou from afar. As you know, I have a few pairs of the WESCO Morrison, which I absolutely love, but have never purchased the WESCO Mr. Lou boots. And I've seen them many times. I've held them in my hand, had very desirable because, and the reason why I think that these are the best engineer boots in the market is the profile of these is absolutely top. You can spend your money on a John Lofgren if you want, but this profile is way more attractive than the John Lofgren. So go ahead and spend your money on it, but this boot looks better. It looks better than the real McCoy's engineer, and it looks better than the Y2 engineer out there. The only engineer boot I think that is equivalent to profile-wise, good looking, is the clinch boot. Maybe Brian the Bootmaker, he does a good one, but he has that funky thing that goes down the vamp, which I don't like. That kind of ruins it for me. But for the money and for what you're getting, WESCO Mr. Lou is the best engineer boot on the market. One thing I wanted to add is I had a night out with TJ from the shop Vancouver, Albert from Upstate Guy Style. We were all out at a bar and talking leather jackets, denim, boots, and even Albert at Upstate Guy Style said that the WESCO Mr. Lou is a much more attractive boot than the John Lofgren. So it's not only me stating that this is the best looking engineer boot on the market, especially for the price, but Albert, who I'm sure a lot of you guys know if you follow him on Instagram or have seen him on other YouTube channels, agrees that the Mr. Lou is top. So we'll do a little quick comparison. I have the Red Wing Engineer with me, and I also have the WESCO Morrison. So if you've been following me because of the Red Wing boots, you know that I had a great deal of the Red Wing Engineers. I've since sold most of them, and I've only kept 2 pairs of my engineers. This is one that I will keep just because of the sentimental value of how I was able to acquire these, so I won't get rid of these. And another pair are the black version of this, which I had the steel toe removed and the heel replaced with a leather stack instead of the composite stack that Red Wing does. All the others I've sold because the Red Wing Engineer, I really don't have any use for it. Here's a close-up of that in comparison of the WESCO. I don't need a steel toe. I don't really care for the composite heel, which Red Wing does. So eventually I will have the sole replaced and put a heel stack on these once I eventually wear these out. But yeah, my Red Wing Engineers, I sold most of them. Even the 2966 in the Chrome XL, which did not have the steel toe, I sold those as well because I know guys go crazy for black Klondike. I said black Klondike. Hopefully I said black Klondike. I know guys go crazy for black Klondike, so I was like, I'll sell them. I don't care because I'm not going to wear them and I don't like them. These, on the other hand, are so attractive. I have the other thing. So they say that this shaft is 10 inches. It's much higher. This is a 10-inch shaft on the Engineer, and this one is definitely higher. So let's see, put that there. So the 10-inch shaft, I'm not sure where they're measuring. This is my Morrison. I love the Morrisons. Great, great deal. So cool. And I have 3 pairs of the Morrison. This one is the brown rough out, coming in at 12-inch shaft. I like the 12-inch shaft on the Morrison because I like how it kind of starts to get that curve in it, that bend in it. So the other two I have are 10-inch, but I like the 12-inch with that that curve. And the what do we have? The 700 on here, I believe. These are custom 700 brown. This is just the best. I get a lot of compliments when I wear these, and these are one of my faves. So jumping to these, very excited to, number one, add them to the collection, but at the same time, just to try a different engineer, because the only engineers I've ever had were the Red Wing engineers, and I see how well appreciated the WESCO Mr. Lou's are in the denim boot community, and so I wanted to give them a go. And these are through Standard & Strange, and this is a limited edition through Standard & Strange, and the leather is a Horween wax flesh, and it is redwood. So that was one of the reasons also why I kind of was like, I jumped on this particular engineer instead of going with like the brown, definitely not the black, that you could just go and to Standard Strange or even Ship John, the Shop Vancouver. They all carry these just right stock, and you could probably find your size. But this one I waited. This is the thing. So I waited. I have it here. I ordered these January 26, 2022, and I just got them on Wednesday, which is a whole year later. So it takes a while to get these boots, but they're well worth it. And obviously I have tons of boots, so it's not like I'm sitting there waiting to add in, like, oh, I need these for this and that. It's like I have plenty of boots to choose whilst waiting for these. So let's get into a couple details on these beautiful WESCO Mr. Lou's, and I'll step aside and maybe put some stuff here as a little. So as I said, it is a redwood Horween waxed flesh, which is really cool. And what they state is that the leather will age in a light brown in high worn areas. So I imagine around here, and then also once you start, getting this bends and these creases on and off, it'll start to get into like a light brown, which is kind of neat. I do like that idea. We have brass roller buckles, which is a really nice touch. I like that they're brass instead of that nickel. That's really nice touch. The shaft, they say, is coming in at 10 inches, but I think to me it measures a bit higher, like almost 11, in compared to my Red Wing engineers and my other WESCO Morrisons that are 10 inches from the Shop Vancouver. I really love the toe shape on the WESCO Mr. Lou. It's one of the things that attracted to me because, there's I think it's called the 7500, I believe. I may be just going off my memory here, so I may be incorrect, but the toe shape, this toe shape is my favorite with the WESCO engineers. Absolutely love it. And we have, for the sole, you have here Dr. Sole Super Grip, and it's a half sole with this leather exposed here, which I like as well, more than the other engineer they do that has the full rubber sole. I like that they have this exposed leather with a leather stacked heel, which is far more superior than having a composite heel. So all very exciting for me. And also for sizing. So my WESCO Morrisons were custom. I measured my foot, sent it in, and they made it last for me. I had to do some sizing, going to actual stores to actually try on boots, and I am a 9.5E in the WESCO Mr. Lou. So my custom Morrisons are 9.5E. So I wear a 9D in Red Wing engineers. I wear a 9D in Red Wing mock toes. Mr. Lou, WESCO, I wear a 9.5E. I don't know if that'll help you, maybe not, but just to give you some range there and let you know what's up. All right, let's do the on feet. Okay, so here's the on feet for the WESCO Mr. Lou. So when the boots first arrived, I just put on one just to make sure that they actually fit. So this is the first time me actually having both on, and I have to say that the outsole that WESCO uses on this particular engineer is extremely comfortable. Out of the box, extremely comfortable, which makes sense why TJ wore his WESCO Mr. Lou's when he visited New York and just walked around the city, and it didn't seem like it was a problem at all. The impact on this outsole is just fantastic. Takes it really, really well, spreads it evenly. I am amazed. So I'm wearing the Mr. Lou with a pair of Mr. Freedom trousers. And as you guys know, I try to stay away from wearing jeans. So these actually have been on heavy rotation. And I thought that the redwood and this gray with these stripes, grayish brown with these stripes, would complement each other quite well, and they do actually. They look really, really well. And it's perfect because it's an overcast day, so the colors are going to be nice and even. You won't have many shadows with it being an overcast day, so that also is a plus. But I have not worn an engineer by WESCO, so I'm very curious as the break-in. And I know Albert was saying the break-in wasn't too bad, and he definitely said the break-in was much easier than Red Wing engineers, and he had a pair of Red Wing engineers, and it's usually that pain on the vamp right by the strap that just kills you. And so he said when breaking his WESCOs was much, much easier. I'm just excited about the color. I think the color is really, really cool, and it's gonna look great with a lot. And luckily enough, I have a belt that matches these boots, so I kind of lucked out with that. I had it already in my collection, so that's gonna be cool. Let me give you a show that buckle. A look at the brass buckle on there. I know engineers look really great with anytime you cuff your denim jeans. Engineers look pretty cool, so you can see that strap and buckle. But for this, in this case, with these trousers, they're a little bit longer, a little bit more like I have a little bit of somewhat of a strong break on them, but I think they look and fit perfectly. So there you have it. The WESCO Mr. Lou engineers, the best engineers on the market, hands down. I'll fight you for it. All right, let's do this. All right, so that is the WESCO Mr. Lou and the Redwood waxed flesh, and these are available at Standard & Strange. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time with something else from WESCO, I hope. See you guys next time. Be a boot.